All right, good evening, everyone. This is Group 5 from Business 610. We're going to be talking about our data sets that we have found for our group project. Our first data set is one that I found, and what this data set tracks is the violent crime rate in California from the years 2000 to 2013. It comes straight from a California government website in an Excel file that's about 6,911 kilobytes big. It's got 49,000 plus rows of data with 27 columns. 19 of those columns contain numerical data. There is date slash time data in this, and it also does include location slash geographical data from city to county levels, which is really cool. The reason I picked this is because obviously in any part of the world, we want to minimize crime as much as possible. And this gives us a lot of information over time, like what are the most violent areas of California at the county, city, and town levels, which ones have improved over this time span. Uh, and that's good to know because it might give us cause to investigate which cities or towns are implementing effective policing strategies. And it can also help us understand what areas of California have worsened crime rates over time, depending on what kind of policing strategies or whatever kind of public policies have been put in place. And it also tells us what types of violent crimes are the most prevalent in California at each geographic level. And it can kind of help us identify what must be addressed for future policies, whether that be educational, policing, or just general regulatory policies.
Awesome. My name is Rob. I found data set number two. It is regarding housing prices from 1996 to 2020. These prices were pulled off of Zillow.com, and all the data was pulled off of Kaggle, if I'm pronouncing that right. It came as a zip file because it's a rather large. It contains multiple data files in Excel format. The zip file was 130 megabytes. It contained everything from a monthly breakdown to a yearly breakdown of different housing sizes and the cost, broken down by geographic regions, state, city, and counties. So I went with just a simple three-bedroom standard family home. And in that particular data set that I pulled from, it had over 25,000 rows and 298 columns. It does include the date and time broken down by month and year and the price sold for that particular month, or the average price, selling price for that particular month. Um, it also contains let's see, a list of rental prices in the same area. So what was kind of nice about this and some of the questions that we can answer are what state and location offers the most affordable areas in which to purchase a home? Which state and location offers the most affordable places to rent? And then we could also analyze what states are seeing the most year-over-year growth for the selling price of the homes. We could also determine if renting or purchasing in certain areas is more affordable. And then one question that I thought was pretty interesting that we could build out of this is we could also look at it from an investing standpoint. We could see which areas gave the highest return on investment in the shortest amount of time for potential investment opportunities.
Hi there, this is Tintin Lan presenting for you the data set of number three. So the data set I chose is called the Food Expenditure Series from 1997 to the year of 2023. The reason I choose this data set is because it provides a comprehensive set of information about the food expenditures people spend over the country in United States. So from this database, we can see that it has 27 columns and actually it has total of 33 columns with 27 containing numbers And also it contains information about the time and date. The only pity is that it didn't contain any location because it's a number for nationwide estimate, actually, a data set. So, but we can use this one in altogether with other data sets to have a full picture about how the changes like how people spend differently into the different sectors of food during the years across the country, especially when they experience some changes about the consumption patterns on food during the pandemic. So the questions this data set could help to answer is like, which year did American people spend most on convenience stores? Or which category has the most expenditure growth percentage in 2023? Or which year has the most food away from home consumption by percentage, similar with which kind of, which year has the most alcohol away from home sales growth by percentage? All these questions, you can find answers when it applies to different columns of this data set.
Hi, my name is Sonia Christensen, and I researched dataset number 4. It's voter registration between the years of 2016 to 2018. The dataset was found on a government website. It's in an Excel spreadsheet. There are 38,611 rows with 26 columns. 7 columns have data or numerical data. This information, it provides the percentage of registered voters 18 and older in counties, cities, and specific regions of California. It also provides the percentage of voters that actually voted, not just registered. The data is broken down into the different areas, and it also includes race, but just as a total, and it does not include age. So 3 to 5 questions or problems that can be addressed from the data is you can look at voter registration versus turnout trends over the time period of 2016 to 2018. You can look at voter registration versus turnout based on location, like rural versus metropolitan areas. You can also look at voter, oh my gosh, I just messed it up. Voter registration versus turnout by means of political outreach programs offered in the area, or you can just categorize the voter turnout versus voter registration by region.
Hello, my name is Kimberly Gutierrez, and I researched data set number 5. So the data set name is Transportation to Work. You can find it in the government website. The file type is a CSV, and the size is about 1.2 megabytes. The number of rows in the data is 50,000, and the columns is 14. 7 of those columns contain numerical data. It didn't contain any date and time information, but it does have location and geographical data. And the data set does provide information on transportation methods used by workers to commute to their workplaces. It includes various attributes such as the mode of transportation, the duration of the commute, and the distance traveled. It also contains demographic details of the workers, including their geographic location, which can be used to analyze commuting patterns and transportation accessibility, providing valuable insights for improving transportation systems, enhancing urban planning, and addressing environmental and economic challenges. So the data set can be used to address various questions. It can reveal the most common modes of transportation in different geographic regions and how average commute times vary across cities or states. By analyzing the relationship between commute distance and the choice of transportation mode, the data can uncover patterns in worker preferences. Additionally, it can provide insights into how demographic factors such as age, gender, or income level influence transportation choices. And finally, the data set can explore correlations between transportation patterns and regional economic factors, including employment rates.
Hi, my name is Alyssa, and I'm presenting data set number 6. My title is Gun Violence on Data, and it's for the years of 2020 to 2023. The file type is kilobytes. It's 167.35. There are a little over 26,000 rows, 11 columns, and almost all of the columns have data. So all of them do actually. The date and time, it doesn't contain the time, but it does have all the dates. And it does also have the location and geographical data. This data set can be analyzed to identify trends such as spikes in gun violence during certain months, correlations between gun laws and incident rates, or geographical hotspots for gun violence. It can also be used to build predictive models for understanding the likelihood of gun violence incidents based on historical data. And there were a lot of questions that can be addressed to analyze for this data sheet. There where it can help identify hotspots, ages, demographics, characteristics, stuff like that. These questions really just help uncover valuable insights and potentially guide policy changes aimed at reducing gun violence. Thank you so much for watching.